Welcome everybody. Welcome back, right, Amir? Right? Welcome back.
Yes.
To the trading.
Welcome back. Good to have you.
We've got the legend, the technician, 17-year-old prodigy out of the Netherlands, trading like a pro, trading like an AI agent. How about that? Trading like an AI agent.
Well, he is the future.
He is the future. He is the future. Welcome, Judah.
Yes, I'm excited.
We called you. We actually just made up. Say, hey, jump on. We would love for you to teach us patterns and how to identify patterns in technical analysis.
Yeah.
So let's start with a bear flag. Can you show us what a bear flag is? How do we see it? Different time frames?
Yep. I'll show you. Okay, let me cancel this.
By the way, while he's getting this up, if you want to trade like Judah, you got to click the links below. You got to join the call signals. You got to join the VRP group, and you got to click subscribe and hit the like, because we have a tendency to go live randomly as the market's moving. What are you showing us here, Judah?
Yeah, this is Bitcoin chart. The daily time frame, so every candle is equals 1 day of price action, and I'm actually looking if I can find a bear and a bull flag right now. So I see like a little pattern here, but I don't know if this is good enough. I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, if you take it down, if you draw that line down on the left-hand side, no, make that channel, right? Make that channel, right? And then make the line to make the flagpole.
Oh yeah, like that.
So, because this is the basics all the way down. A bull flag is when you shoot up, right? So you see that pole, the pole of the flag, right, Judah?
Yeah.
And then what happens is it chops in a channel sideways going down.
Yeah, that's the flag.
That's the flag, right? It chops within this channel, and it's a strong sign that it is going to blast to the top, which it did in this case.
Yeah, and this is on a major time frame, so this took like 4 months, but still it plays out. So we got a pump, we formed the flag, it's called bull flag, and then we pump up again, and you actually can put the previous pump, you can put on top of the flag
to see what the top is.
Yeah, and that then you can calculate like, okay, the top is gonna be around this area, and that's pretty good because the first move actually came exactly to this point, like around 99,000. So it would have been a nice trade. A lot of confidence.
But while you got that pole up there, right? So that's a good point, that the last move is what the next move is. Now watch what happens. We have.
How do you normally? Can I just ask a small question? How do you know how long? Okay, that's how you figured out how long is the next blast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Every single time.
Minimum,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Minimum every single time. So now watch this. You're gonna see the same thing happen here. Bring that pole back up. Now, what we see here is we see a bear flag. You see it. There's a channel going up.
Yeah.
And then, first put the pole on the side. Yeah. So you got to make a couple of.
Like this?
No. Here.
How do you see it?
Going the other way.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the other channel. The watch this. This is now a bull flag.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, a little more now, and then that last pole was a pump, and you see whatever that move was, it came straight back down.
Yeah.
And
yeah, this is a bear flag, basically.
Yeah, this is a bear flag. So a bear flag is when the time in time frames, you can see it in many time frames. Like we're going to go into the hourly, but it depends what you're trading. What are you, a day trader, a swing trader, intraday? Are you a news trader? You trade on news, you trade on volume, you trade opens. Let's go into the hourly, and let's take a look if we can find some. But a bull flag is when a price action goes to a certain top and it breaks a certain top, and then it chops downward,
Yeah.
sideways, but going down, sloping down.
Yeah.
Typically, 7 days to 14 days, that thing takes off. Typically, if we're doing on the daily. This is the hourly.
See, this is a bear flag as well, because the price action went up a little bit, and then we got a crash to the downside. But I think it works better on the higher time frames, to be honest. Like the daily is probably the best for a bear flag and a bull flag, in my opinion. What do you think?
I like using it on a 4 hour.
4 hour could be good as
I
well.
like the 4 hour using it on a 4 hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into MEXC and I'm gonna take a look here on the chart real quick, see if I could find something here for us.
But yeah, so you see, so if the price action goes down and there's are clear lines on the top and bottom, that's a bull flag. So here you see the price action goes up, and if the price goes up slowly, that's considered a bear flag, and you can expect the price to go down again. And you can
If it goes up, so for those who are new, this is a little bit confusing. It's the opposite of the direction of the flag.
Yeah.
So if the flag is going down, it's a bull.
Yeah.
It means that we're going to probably see a shoot up. If it's an up style of a flag, then most likely this is a bearish flag, because we're going to start seeing a bearish momentum very soon.
Yeah, so you can see like you have here up and down, just consolidating, and all of a sudden, boom, retest of the bull flag, and we pump up. And it's the same thing right here.
By the way, that retest, can you zoom? Can you zoom in on that area? So we're looking for breakouts from the flag that we make, right?
Yeah.
But we're not just looking for a breakout. We're looking for it to confirm, retest, and go back up. And so this one is very, very tricky because it broke. It tried to confirm. It broke the confirmation, tried to break again, broke confirmation, and finally took off. That's a very difficult trade to make.
This was very difficult.
This liquidated a lot of people.
I think there was some manipulation going on over here. The market the market just wants to wreck as much people as possible. So first you thought, okay, we got it, we were breaking out. People long. Then they go down again. Oh, people start getting bearish. We go up, we go down. And they're trying to confuse you. They're trying to get you out of the market before the real move happens. And that was this rocket right here. So there was clearly they knew something. They knew there was a big move coming, and they wanted to get as much people out of the market before that big move starts. So if you see sometimes if it gets very volatile, then you know, okay, there is a chance something is happening right now, and that's why on very volatile days, like yes, you can make a lot of money, but you can lose a lot of money as well. So be careful on very volatile days.
And typically it's usually Wednesdays, Fridays, sometimes Mondays. So yes, that is correct. Now, can you take a look? I know I had a list of stuff I want to do. You typically do swing trades. What are you looking for in a swing trade? Is it daily? Is it hourly?
Swing trades, I'm looking at least at the weekly time frame, even sometimes at the monthly time frame. So if I can.
So your positions then are longer, weekly.
Oh yeah,
monthly.
they're very long.
And I like that. That's one of the ways you can invest in crypto is the long trades. If you can clear the charts, we've heard a lot about Fibonacci. Can you show us how you use it?
Yeah.
Maybe in the daily or the weekly, and tell us what this thing is, the golden pocket. We hear about it often.
Yeah.
And what is the golden pocket? Because that is very significant. That is like, they call it the golden pocket for a reason. It means that's where you make all the money.
Yeah.
That's where you make all the money. So can you show us the Fibonacci?
Yeah, I will. So to get to the Fibonacci, you go 3 down to Can and Fibonacci tools. Then you click it, and then you see it here. I didn't favorite it. I will do it right now. I'll do it right now. The Fib retracement, and it's actually, a very interesting tool. It can act as support, but it can also act as resistance. So I will explain how you use the Fibonacci retracement tool. So to use the Fibonacci retracement tool, you gotta, let's say we want to use the Fibonacci retracement tool as a support level. You can choose. Do you want to use it as resistance or support? Well, since we're going into a bear market, I'm looking for support. So okay. Then how do you use this? So you search for the big low that happened, that came into the market. A very big low. So I see multiple right here. I see one at 15k. I see a low. I see a low at 49k. But let's do 15k, very big low, and
the
you just click.
The reason you're doing this is because that is the low of the last bear market.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you're taking it to the high of this market.
I'm gonna take it to the high of the bull market. So you can do it on every time frame, but this is just macro, very big, very large time frame. So a good low and a good high. I would say maybe an important low and an important high are even better. So this is a very important low. It was the low of the bear market, and I'm dragging it to the top of the bull market, and then you just click right here. So then you see this. So then you see this is the Fibonacci, and every time, and usually this is very good. It's very good for long positions. It acts as crazy support. So there's a good chance that when we come here, we bounce and we see a significant bounce. So yeah, that's the Fibonacci golden pocket. I think the 618 is the golden pocket. But then you also have the 0.65. That's the green line. It also is a good support. And even the 786 is a great support. All of them are great support levels where you can look for longs. Personally, I think the 0.65 between the 618 red line and the 0.65 is a great time to maybe just look for that slight bounce before we go lower again. Also, the 786 is interesting in my opinion. 38,000, around that 40,000 level. Like I could see it happening that we just touch that level and that's the bottom of Bitcoin.
Agreed.
That's actually a very good scenario that I think, hey, this really could happen. So yeah, you can use it also on the daily time frame. You can use it on the 4 hour. You can use it on the 1 hour, even the 15 minute. It's just a super simple support. Go from the low to the high, and you got yourself a good support level. Also, resistance.
I agree. This is how we knew a few months ago already that it was going to go at least to the 50s because of the Fibonacci.
Yeah.
And we have something very, very interesting here. We said we're going to start buying when it cracks that 50,000 mark. We're in a very interesting time right now where you have a lot of selling pressure that's taking place. One, because of BlackRock. I find it interesting how it's right when the Epstein files come out, BlackRock starts dumping, just in case the other 3 million files come out and the whole market tanks. But what it does is it creates a lot of selling pressure. Now, here's what's interesting. The tech will show you where it's going to go, but it doesn't tell you how it's going to get there.
Yeah.
So we have the Epstein files coming out. We have BlackRock selling. We've got the Venezuela fiasco. We're about to bomb Iran. We have 2 aircraft carriers there, which is insane, right?
Russia also and America signing deals lately, which is
Russia is now signing a deal, right, for Cuba, and I think the deal will be. Here's my prediction. My prediction is America is going to wash their hands. They're going to walk away from Ukraine. They're going to make a deal with Russia. They're going to say, we're no longer going to supply them with arms.
You didn't come up. No, let me tell you how they're going to do it. They're going to say, you didn't come up with the results. I gave you a chance, right?
Right.
And I gave you enough time. Israel did it in enough time. Israel closed the gap. We told them 2 months. boom, they did everything they even did it in shorter time. You are just stalling and stalling and stalling. So I'm taking a step back from you because you're being weird right now.
Well, it comes down to money, right? So
Exactly.
Trump is going to say, I want the whole hemisphere. Russia, get out of Cuba. By the way, we'll give you some oil, right? They already made this.
What's going on with that? What's going on with that? I started reading it, but what's going on with that Russia-Cuba thing?
Well, Russia's making a play back into Cuba. They sent ships there to supply. And so we had the same scenario that we did back in the 1960s, where the United States had missiles aimed at Russia from Turkey, but Turkey was on the border of Russia. So Russia put nukes aimed at America and Cuba. So America and Russia said, all right, you get out of Cuba, we'll get out of Turkey. Now America's in Ukraine. Guess what? Russia's back in Cuba. Same deal, I think, is going to happen. President's going to say, get out of Cuba. We'll pull back from Ukraine. You heard it here first. That's what I'm saying. Now, here's another problem. You got BlackRock. I'm going to make some predictions. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to make some predictions. BlackRock just sold a shit ton of Bitcoin. 80 billion washed, liquidated. That's why you see these big wicks coming down. Now, what does that do? It creates real problems for who? Well, there's companies like MicroStrategies that own 730,000 Bitcoin that they bought at 70,000, at 70K, bro. So when that hits that under 70, it's causing them. They've got to pay employees. They have, they need cash. What are they going to do? They're going to borrow against Bitcoin. But here's what happens: they borrowed against Bitcoin. Who are they borrowing from? The banks. And the banks just said, you just lost 50% of your value. We need more collateral. So what happens? They start selling. Now, here's where the real problem begins. The freaking miners under 70,000 all the way to 50,000, they are losing money. And then as the next domino falling, miners are coming out. So in my opinion, this can go to 40,000, no problem. And when it does, I'm going to mortgage everything. I'm going to sell everything I have.
Not a financial advice, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to sell blood. I'm going to sell my hair, like whatever I can to get into Bitcoin. But that's where this is going. That's where this is going. And the Fibonacci does not lie, does not fail.
No.
It doesn't tell you when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. It just says it will.
Yeah, it will happen. We just know it will happen soon, like this year probably. We will see prices like that. We just don't know what it's gonna cause it. Like there's all the time a different reason, but we know our community knows there's something bigger going on. We're in a cycle, but there's all the time they will give this. This is the reason. This is the reason. This is the reason. Yeah, that's true. Maybe, but we're in cycles, so we know it's gonna happen, but we just don't know what reason is gonna cause it.
You know what else I'm seeing on your chart? That is true. It doesn't, and for me, it doesn't matter what the event is, but this is a giant head and shoulders pattern. Look at that. Got the first shoulder going all the way up to the head, comes down. We create, so we could get that bounce a little bit, but
I know.
It's now murder. It's now murder.
Yeah. What also is interesting, I think, if you go to the last cycle, before that one, you go from the low to the high, then we got the bottom between the 0.65 and the 0.786.
Right. Look at that, guys. This zone. Look at that. So that's what happened the last cycle. It hit the 786 on the mark. That's why we can say it's gonna hit that 786. That's why I want you to go over it. You start coming in right around the 50,000. Now, here's what I want to know. Let's go from the $40,000 mark. Let's reverse it. How high is it going from 40K?
What do you mean?
How high will the next bull run go? If we go to 40,000, how do we measure where the next bull run's going to go?
Yeah, the next bull run. Yeah, okay. So that's interesting.
Where do we predict the next bull run to go?
Yeah, first we have this trend line, right? This is a very interesting trend line. Every time we come to this trend line, we reject. And it's a major top. It's like a major top. Here again, the top. So I think we should follow this trend line. Just extend this.
Okay,
And then-
and see how long it took it last time.
Yeah.
Right.
so-
Exactly,
that-
brother.
that's-
That's exactly what we're doing, man.
yeah.
Oh
No, you
my
know,
God!
listen,
Oh my God!
And you don't need to
Okay.
be a prophet. I know everyone's gonna say, "Wow, Judah, you are so prophetic. Look, you're predicting things the end of times." But this is the math, man. This is the math.
It's all about math, to be honest.
It is. It's all about the
And
math.
if you're
the
not yet
cycles.
with us on the live
Okay.
calls, ladies and gentlemen, seeing and watching and viewing this, we do this almost every single day on our platform, right? So
Yeah.
this is just a bunch of individuals who've been doing this for a very, very long time, sitting together once a day and making their family situation better. Nah? Basically, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're trying to do.
So last time we spoke, we said, okay, so from the Bitcoin top to the Bitcoin bear to the Bitcoin bottom, it's about a year. From the Bitcoin bottom to the Bitcoin top is about 35 bars. So I don't know how many. That's like, I don't know, a little
months?
bit longer than 2 years, maybe
Yeah, 2.5, almost 3 years.
almost 3 years. So we can calculate that. So then we first go to the bottom, where we think the bottom is going to be. So
I do want to say one thing. Like we did see on this bull run, different than the previous bull run. This bull run was a little bit less aggressive than the one before.
yeah,
True.
And the one before was a little bit less aggressive than the one before that.
yeah.
So this next 3 years, the question that people were asking me all the time last cycle is like, did we start the cycle? Did we start the cycle? The cycle starts when we bottom out. That's when we bottom out.
Yeah.
If it goes from because last time it took a very short time to go from 16 to 24, and then from 24 it took a little bit of time. So the bull run starts, like the bull market on crypto usually starts when we bottom out. That's it. From there on, if it takes a month, a week, 2 weeks, if the spikes are big or small, that's how usually it is. It's
Remember
from the
the
bottom
last,
out until the next crypto halving. That's
the
how
last-
usually it is.
The last analysis we said was end of October, beginning of November. We hit the bottom. It's going to chop sideways for 7 months,
Mhm.
and then it's going to take off. So bring us out to the top of the next bull run once we go through this bear market.
Yeah. Okay, I have an interesting zone right here.
There's the golden pocket, baby.
Yeah. Okay. This is my boom. This is my bull market plan, because also we know that the bull market, the return is getting less, but the corrections are also getting less. So I did this calculation already. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, and so let's say we bottom out like around, let's say 50,000, maybe 45,000.
I would go
So-
right to 40, man. I would
Maybe
go right to
maybe
that-
even
there
40k.
it is.
This is a nice the
That's it right there.
786. Then
That's my bet right there.
yeah. So the last bull one we got an 8.1 x return or something like that,
Okay.
like an 8x return. So let's say every time the return gets less and less, I think we cannot expect an 8x return again, just because of the cycles are getting
think we're
smaller
gonna get
and smaller
less.
and smaller. So I think maybe between the 4x and then 6x we can expect.
Yeah, usually it gets cut by half, somewhere around that.
So
From cycle to cycle, it gets
Well,
cut by half.
my bet is it's going to hit that trend line. If you go out 35 months, go to wherever the top of the trend line is. That's
Yeah.
the top. So go 35 days out.
yeah, I did that 35 months. This is exactly it.
182.
180. So
180. So 180, guys. Here's the plan. Here's our plan, not your plan. I don't know what your financial situation is, and we're not giving you advice. Our plan is we are waiting for it to hit the golden pocket between 50 and 40,000.
Right.
It's 40. We're gonna sell everything. Dogs, cats.
And again, this is not a
Land.
financial advice. We're not financial advisors. This is what we are going to do. This is how we love moving our liquidity between assets. In this case, we're talking about Bitcoin.
Right. So
Yeah.
40, 50K, 40K, usually that's gonna be amazing. And we're gonna go up to 180, and then we are selling, and we're gonna take a short.
yeah, and you know what's
Bring it back
interesting?
down.
You know what's interesting? From 40,000 to 180,000, that's a 4.5x return. So that it's everything. We calculated everything, and this is I think, in my opinion, the most probable that's gonna happen. But I just don't know when. Like, I don't know how it's gonna happen, how the price action is gonna look like. I just almost am certain, like, we're gonna probably bottom out in this box. We're probably gonna top out in this box. That's just
Exactly.
technical analysis.
I'll be honest, I started buying a little bit.
Yeah, I understand that too, because we're finding a little
started
bit of
buying a little
support.
bit.
We're finding a little bit of support here at the previous all-time high. That was
Yeah.
like a big level. Like, this was a very big level, the previous all-time high, and we're finding some support on the monthly. Let's see if we close some daily candles above. Like, we're really struggling. We're trying
irrelevant.
to hold this level. We're trying to hold this level.
Yeah, but okay. So, like I said, it can go to 84,000. At the end of the day, it's coming back down to 40. It's going to chop sideways right now. It's creating a brand new channel. I personally am not interested in buying this. That's why I like Viltrixa. That's why I like staking, right? I like because
Also
it's
true,
AI
also
trading
true.
for us. You click the link below, figure out, get involved in Viltrixa. But in the summer of 2027, I'm looking to cash out and start putting money in here because
Yeah.
bottom and the bull is coming.
Yeah.
We've been waiting
All
on
right.
that one.
What else? So that's the golden pocket. That between the 786.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Could
something like
happen.
that for sure.
I think this is gonna be less, though. Maybe yeah.
Yeah, I think the next bear bottom, not the one we're in now, but the one after the next bull, will be in the 70,000 range.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
That's what I think.
Let me draw it
And-
again.
And that's how it rolls, friends.
Yeah.
I think we've covered enough for today, unless you got something else.
I think we're perfect.
So remember, you
We're
heard it here first. If you people want to ask you what's going to happen with America, Russia, you heard it here first. You heard it here first on the Bitcoin price.
And if you want to continue hearing it first, make sure there's a link. There's a link at the bottom of the description. We're gonna add a link so that they can jump on with us on those calls every day and make sure that they're in the loop. Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's for serious people, right? People who really want to, are serious about this. So there's a vetting process. But if you want to be the first to know on what we see coming and how we're planning it, and again, not how you should plan it, but how we're planning it, then you got to subscribe. You got to like. That really helps us out. Letting you guys know. No fluff here, right? No one's paying us. There's no promotions here. This is our own analysis. God bless you guys. We'll see you in the next one. See ya.